is Mikey.
What's up? It's Mark Wiens.
You know, a lot of you guys been asking on the comments, messaging me since years ago. They're like, oh, you got to do a collab with Mark. Well, finally, it's happening. I am in Bangkok, Thailand, and I'm with Mark, and we are gonna go on some crazy food adventures in this city. I know nothing about the food here. I mean, I love Thai food.
Cool.
And you are like the expert. You are like the Thai food guru. So I'm gonna rely on you to kind of show me what's good in this city. But this video is gonna be really special because I love noodles, you love noodles. I love spice, you love spice.
Love spicy food.
Man, we're like soulmates right here. But today we are gonna go on a noodle tour adventure around Bangkok, and you're gonna show me some of the best noodle dishes in this city.
Yeah,
and I can't wait. I don't know if you guys can see back there, but there's like a rich cauldron brew of bones and meats. Tell me about this. What are we seeing here?
This is a giant pan of eternal braising beef. You just see that how thick that broth is. That's what you eat here.
I think we're off to a good start. Let's get started, guys. All right, Mark, you took me to this place. First of all, what's it called?
The place is called Wattana Panich.
Wattana Panich. I'm really bad with languages. I'm not even gonna try it. All right, and then we saw the cauldron of meat in the front, and you were telling me it's the eternal brew, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds
Never stops going.
That sounds a little witchcrafty. Eternal brew. But here, obviously, we don't have the eye of nudes. We have, well, maybe we do have eye of nude in there because there's tons of stuff in there.
Man, a secret blend of spices and herbs and beef parts smashing together.
This is the most amazing thing I've seen in Bangkok so far. It really is. What are we ordering today?
We're just gonna get the classic bowl of beef noodles. Includes a mix. She grabs some of the parts of beef from the eternal pot, mixes it with noodles, and then pours on some soup.
Well, let me ask you something, Mark. How come I'm not getting a full bowl of noodles here? What is going on? Where is the rest of my noodles?
One of the reasons why Thai dishes are so small, actually, is not because they eat less, but because they eat more of a variety.
Let me get you a spoon.
Oh, thank you very much,
I'll get
man.
you a pink one.
Oh, thank you. Oh, man, and you can see how like thick and rich that is.
Oh, that is fatty.
Cheers, man.
Oh my God, that is. Whoa.
Oh, it's good. It's like you can actually taste like the fatty collagen thickness of that, man.
I almost had
like
to
the
chew
marrow.
that broth. I almost had to chew that
Yeah, it's
broth.
thick. Along with the beefy flavor, you can really taste the blend of spices and herbs in there.
No, there's tons
The
of
herbs,
stuff going
the
on
Chinese
in there.
medicinal herbs in there.
Do they have hot oil here?
They don't have hot oil. Usually the Thai seasonings is chili vinegar, chili flakes, and fish sauce.
How do you typically season your noodle?
Do you like it sour?
I do. Thank you.
Can I hook you up?
No, load it in. Absolutely.
Probably like, usually this is not really spicy, but it's just fragrant.
Yep.
And then the spice comes from the ground red chili. So this is more for sourness.
Yep. And then we got the heat coming up.
Yep. And then we got the chili flakes.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
All right, Mark. How much do you typically add?
You go for it, man.
No, I'm
normally
crazy.
I know you're crazy.
I'm like, I just shovel it in.
And then a lot of Thai people will add a bit of fish sauce, but normally I don't really think it needs it.
It's pretty flavorful in its own already. I think that might be a little salty.
Right, so now comes the mixing part.
This is where things get beautiful.
Oh, look at that. You can see the color of that broth just goes from that dark brown color to like a maroon almost.
I want to try this broth again because now that it's transformed. Oh, dude. That just made it magical.
That is a flavor of Thailand right there.
Because the broth is so thick and rich, it needed a little acid to cut into that, and that did the trick. Oh, that's ridiculous. You know, it has all the elements I like. Flavorful, it's vinegary. I love Chinese vinegar typically on my noodles, but I feel like with these type of noodles, the rice noodles, clear vinegar works a lot better.
Did you try the braised beef? Oh yeah. Oh, the braised beef is so tender.
Yo, that was like butter.
Man, that broth. Yeah, you just gotta drink it.
I'm not even being civilized here.
It's so good.
All right, let's move on to our second item here.
Okay.
What do we got here?
All right, we got two different soups here. One of them is a goat soup, and then this one is bull penis. Soup number 5.
Oh, so that's the mysterious soup. I knew the way you said that.
Soup number 5. Here it is, the soup number 5.
I don't know what that means, but I'm a little scared, but it looks, I see Chinese herbs in there already. I'll show you guys what it looked like before it turned into this. Actually, it's
Being chopped up right behind us. All right, man, you want to get started with the soup number 5?
Let's, well, let me just stir this up a little bit and show you guys what's underneath.
It actually has formed like a film on top from all of that
That's
fat.
fat. And this is, oh my God.
Yes.
I don't know about this, Mark. All right, I mean,
are we going straight in here, or should we taste the soup first?
Okay, let's taste the soup.
Let's taste the soup first.
Ease our way in.
Ease our way in.
It is very thick.
Okay.
Okay, the soup is good.
It's good. It's amazing.
The soup is good.
It's so herbal and so beefy.
Yeah, that's very beefy.
That's the cilantro roots, I think, in there. And you can really taste that herbal, that rooty flavor. I think we should go in for bigger and better things now.
Okay.
Cheers, man. Oh, it's actually incredible. Isn't it, man?
I mean, I don't know if I would use the word incredible. It's different.
Oh, I love it actually. It's sort of like it's really soft, but not too slimy. A little bit slimy.
It's a little slimy.
A little bit slimy.
It's got a little aftertaste to it. Was there a little bitterness to it?
But could that be coming from the pieces or from the broth, from the herbs in there?
God, I'm hoping it's from the herbs.
I love how they're almost like intestines.
Yeah.
But like even
less chewy.
Less chewy. They're softer. They're like more tender intestines. We gotta have one more big chunk. You gotta do it, man. Oh, look at this one. There's some valves coming out of it.
Oh.
Because different parts have different textures.
Thanks for that.
So we might get a different texture on this bite.
This is definitely a different part than the last part.
Oh, that one was more meaty for me.
Oh yeah. Okay, that one was not bad. If I didn't think about what that was, that one just tasted like a piece of meat.
Yeah, so you got all these a variety of different textures depending on what section you get.
So the second piece was much better.
Yep.
All right, should we try?
Right. Should we move into the other one?
Yeah, I see a lot of different parts of the goat here. What is this, a stomach lining?
Yep.
And pieces of ribs, that's always nice. Oh wow, I think this is skin.
Yeah, straight up chunk of pure fatty skin right there.
Yeah, let's do a piece of lean meat here. All right, cool. Oh. Oh, that's nice.
So ridiculously tender.
And it's not gamey at all.
No.
That's really nice. All right, should we get a piece of skin?
Oh yeah.
Oh
wow.
That tastes like pork feet a little bit. I love the gelatinous quality to it, and that thing just had all that. That was really good.
What was your favorite dish of the three?
I think the noodles was amazing, off the chart, especially after the vinegar and the hot and the spice. I mean, I was hoping you like vinegar too, because I love vinegar in my noodle soup.
Good.
That's one of my favorite things.
Just keep finding more and more things that we get along so well together for.
We need to have a show together. This has been a great first stop. So on to stop number 2, whatever you have in store for us.
Let's go.
All right, we're at location number 2, and Mark, go ahead. Let's just say the name, because not that I can't, but you know, just.
You're cool, man. This one is senyai, wide rice noodles, stir-fried with soy sauce. This one is Ratna senyai. It is a gravy noodle dish. And then finally, we also got another pad see ew, but this one is with senmi, which are the thin angel hair-like noodles.
And you're saying this place specializes in
these two dishes, yep.
Particular noodles.
Yep.
And you were also telling me that pad see ew, is that how you say it?
Yep.
It's not the noodles themselves, it's actually the method.
It's the method of stir fry. So actually, to technically order this dish, if you want to technically order this dish in Thailand, you have to say pad see ew senyai, because that's the type of noodle. So if you only say pad see ew, they won't know which noodle you want.
Well, I'm excited to get started. Cheers, my friend.
All right, cheers, man. Oh, the smokiness of those noodles.
That is really good.
You can see how he's cooking. You can just see a cloud of smoke that's rising from the wok as he's cooking it. So you know it's gonna have that deep smoky flavor.
That is something you never have in the US. Never. That's an element.
You won't get that level of flavor.
That's insane.
It is on the sweet side, but that's actually what you can contrast it with vinegar and chilies to contrast that sweetness. But the flavor is absolutely sensational.
Obviously, I've been eating like Thai noodles in Thai restaurants in the US.
Yeah.
So I think I have an idea of what Thai noodles taste like. But then you eat this here, you're just like, I know clue.
The most skill about this is that it's cooked on such a high fire, but it's not clumpy and it's not burnt.
Yeah.
But all that smoke is just retained within, it's absorbed into those noodles and that egg.
You're absolutely right. It's charred but not burnt.
Another version of pad see ew.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just with different noodles and with an extra omelet on top.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, can I say it? That was all about the egg. I mean, the noodles are great, but that egg was the star. I mean, the egg was Beyonce, and everything else was just backup dancing. That's the best egg I had, at least on this trip, for sure.
Third bowl of noodles. This one is the Raadhna, which is the gravy sauce with noodles. So this is like a different composition of a noodle dish here. Just admire the stickiness of that sauce. I have a bad, yeah.
I do feel like this needs some acid.
Yeah.
You know what
vinegar,
I mean? Like,
vinegar and chilies has to be done.
Oh, so much.
I love it with the vinegar though. It really like changes the dimension with that vinegar.
100%. This is like almost a completely different dish. Let's bring out the thin one here.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
One thing I'll say about Thai food so far that I kind of realized, I mean, this might not be true, this is kind of my impression of it, is that they look very simple. Like the dishes look very simple. And it looks like you kind of can project the flavor, but that's not true.
The last one. Oh yeah.
Weather
beautiful.
forecast predicts a slight chance of pepper. That's what I love.
The smoke explodes in your mouth.
All right, Mark, what's your favorite?
Gotta give it up for this one, the pad see ew with the thin noodles.
I don't know, man. These two. You know what I need though? I need the omelet here, and then I think I just kind of combine them. I feel like then they kind of morph together into a perfect dish for me. Man, again, don't judge a book by its cover. I thought I knew Thai noodles, and just looking at this today, I didn't think. I was like, whatever. So good, so good. All right, on to location number 3. Guys, we're at location number 3, and we're not on a boat, but we are eating boat noodles, and they're made with pig's blood.
Yep, so you can even see them as they make it. They have a bucket of raw blood. And
it's literally blood.
And what they do is they scoop some of it out into the spoon, and then they stick it into the hot boiling broth. So that immediately cooks it and curdles it. So it is cooked.
Yeah.
It is cooked, but then that curdles it, and that's what gives the broth its thickness, its richness.
Yeah.
And that just multiplies the flavor. And so then after that, they pour it into the soup, and that's the basis of what this boat noodle is all about.
Again, we got a smaller bowl, but then they managed to shrink the portion of the noodles even more to where I'm getting half a bowl of noodles and my bowl small.
Yep. And so the reason for that is because traditionally these noodles were served from a boat where you're rocking in the water. And so in order to not lose any soup as you're rocking in the boat, they would only half fill the bowls. And so that's a tradition that's just stuck. Yeah. And it's just now kind of fun to eat a lot of bowls and stack them on top of each other.
Well, I'm really excited to get started because this does look like a one-biter, so I can see why you order like 8 bowls of noodles for us. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. Okay. I'll admit, this kind of scares me because I had this in New York where the soup, it was more soup than like saucy noodles. This to me is more like saucy noodles.
Yep.
And they're eating the soup, and it has a little bit of the metallic taste, bloody taste to it. Okay. I wasn't really a fan of that. But this, I can't really tell there's blood in here.
Yep, it doesn't have a gamey taste to it.
No,
really.
no, not at all.
And I got a big piece of liver in that bite. And if you can see the liver, the liver is half raw as well.
I see that. Yep.
And it's awesome.
And there's already spice in here, but I do feel like this with a bit more vinegar.
Oh yeah. But then another thing that I feel complements the boat noodle so well is sweet basil. Yeah. You can either just chase it or you can toss some leaves in there. All right. And that goes so well together with the broth.
Oh, you know what? This is the first time I've seen like chili. Yeah. This is like hot oil almost.
Yep. These are deep fried. They're dried chilies, which are then deep fried, and then they crush them.
Yeah, that's like when I cook my hot oil. You fry it really quick, flash fry it. It brings out all that great aroma. You're right about that basil.
I also really like it with that chili.
That's good chili.
It's fragrant. You can taste those. It's like a burnt, roasted chili flavor. All right, next bowl.
Whoa, is this pork rind?
Yes, sir. This is what you crunch it up inside your boat noodles, and that gives it the extra crunchy dimension.
All right, I'm gonna try one of these as this one now. Oh.
You can just take a piece of the pork rind and then just stick it on your noodles. Just crush it up, and that is what takes your boat noodles to the final level of excellence.
This is Thai eating at its best.
Yeah.
Bowl number 4. Mark, I'm just telling you right now, it's a great feeling to be sitting here sweating because you're eating spice. You're sitting in like 100-degree heat. and just chomping on these noodles.
And just hanging out with someone who loves to eat and loves spicy as much as I do. That's just as good as the first bowl. All right.
Whew, that was fantastic. That changed my whole perspective on bowl noodles, actually.
Cool.
So, I mean, this is my new standard of bowl noodles.
I will tell you that this is a very good bowl of boat noodles for Bangkok as well.
Yeah. This is where we're getting egg noodles.
Magical egg noodles, handmade egg noodles.
Hey guys, we're at our next location, and this is something familiar. These are egg noodles. That reminds me of Cantonese.
Yep. This is even actually the name of the restaurant.
Yeah.
It has Guangdong within the name.
Yeah, and but this is a very popular Thai.
Very popular Thai street food dish, especially.
And I can tell you right now what the difference is. So in Hong Kong, when I usually have this, it's usually inside a bowl of wonton noodle soup. So here it does have the wonton element and the noodle element, but that's where the similarity ends, because then I see roast pork here and some fish cake and then crackling pork skin.
It's very Chinese, but at the same time it has Thai influence.
And rarely do you see this.
Yeah, so actually you can either order it hang or with the soup inside, and hang is the dry version.
Yeah.
Which I really like the dry version because you can kind of mix and match as you like and your noodles don't get soggy.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, usually you don't get a rib.
Look at that
rib
chunk of
bone.
meat, man.
Yeah, soup.
Let's just taste those noodles while they're like hot and fresh right now. Oh, I love it.
Beautiful, crispy pork skin with mine, and that provided such a contrast in texture.
The noodles are so light and fluffy because they're so thin.
And I don't know about you, but whenever I see meat on a bone, my Chinese instinct is just telling me to gnaw on it. Oh, you don't get a release of flavor in the first bite, but as you chew it, you're like, wow, the depths of the flavor, it's hidden inside.
That's been boiled for a very long time, you know that.
I feel like I need to upgrade this thing. And it's gonna definitely be upgraded.
Again, the noodles are so good on their own, but they would definitely be better with some chili.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
And vinegar.
Here, you want a
Yes,
full spoonful?
thank you. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. And I'm gonna go ahead and add this in my broth as well.
Oh yeah. What I like to do also
is
just go in with like 1 scoop of soup.
Yep.
It just kind of rehydrate some of the noodles a little bit.
I'm gonna do a little Olympics action here. I'm gonna have my noodles take a dive. Right there, that's a 10-pointer.
Oh, how's that move, man?
Oh, that deserves a gold medal.
Oh, just look at that.
Yeah.
The beauty of these noodles.
That is beautiful.
What I love is that these noodles, they just remain individual. They all have their own personality, every noodle.
Don't underestimate the power of this little fried wonton here. That crunch, it gives it more depth flavor. I'm gonna take a gulp of this. Whoa. This soup has become significantly better after the vinegar and spice. Like, significantly better. First bite, I was like, the soup is very light. I told you, right? It wasn't that flavorful.
Yeah, it's plain.
This is redunculous now.
It's a solidly good bowl of noodles. It's like, it's beautiful.
You know what, Mark? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna go in.
That way we've got the best of both worlds, you know?
I think it needs each other. Well,
this is a bowl of noodles I never want to end.
This is amazing. All right, guys, last location of the day, and we're eating pad thai. And we just picked this one, just really random hole-in-the-wall place.
I've never eaten here. This is just a random spot that we just came across.
Let's talk about the pad thai for a second. First of all,
that's a banana blossom, banana flower. Actually, this will turn into banana if it sprouts and if it
that turns into a
banana.
banana. That's a pre-born baby banana.
It is. Yep. And it's very, very typical to be served with pad thai.
And this is not a typical pad thai. This is like a pad thai omelet.
It's a very common. Every pad thai place that you go in Thailand
has this.
You'll be able to order this as well.
I'm gonna cut this in half just so we can kind of see the
cross section
anatomy of this pad thai omelet thingy.
There's tofu in there. There's dry shrimp as well as big shrimp. Fresh shrimp.
Lime in there.
Oh, yeah.
And then peanuts. And how are we supposed to eat this flour thing?
So that you can garnish as well, but you not really sprinkle on top, but you take a bite of pad thai and then you can eat a bite of that.
All right, I'm game. Let's try this
All right,
one.
let's try this one.
To somebody who just had pad thai in Thailand for the first time, that's really good. Well, to me that's really good. I don't know. What do you think?
It's okay. But like I said, I'm not huge on the dish.
Yeah.
Pad thai.
I know you don't love this dish, but as a dish itself, compared to the other ones you've had in this country, is it just okay, right? Still?
I think it's okay. Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a bite of this banana leaf thing.
Oh yeah.
Apparently.
That's good.
Why is it doing weird things to my tongue?
A little bit of a bitterness.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes like I'm biting into banana peel.
Those are chalky.
I find this pad thai like not too dissimilar to what I had in the U.S. It doesn't taste too different.
It's a pretty average plate of pad thai for Thailand.
I can see that. All right, well, we had a bunch of noodles today. What was your favorite today?
Trying to even remember what we ate. I like the beef noodle broth
Yes.
and the beef noodle chunks.
Yes.
But I like the egg noodles.
I think for me, I loved the first place we went to. I loved not the gooiness, but the other two. I feel like that was the highlight of my noodle experience today. I think that the chefs were able to take some of the common ingredients and make something that doesn't look like it's gonna blow you away, but it's really transformed what you think of noodles after that. But I do feel like I was able to, after today, get a better grasp of the noodle scene in Bangkok.
There's still so many other noodle dishes. There's at least 20, 30 noodle dishes
Yeah,
that you
20.
can try, man. So many different ones.
Definitely a great time trying all the noodle dishes with you today. Thanks so much
Yeah.
for taking
That
me
was
around.
fun. That was so much fun.
And if you guys want
That was awesome.
to, check out Mark's channel, definitely check it out. I have a link for you in the description box below. He does a lot of great travel and food stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. So until we eat again, I'll see you later.